Akwa Ibom State government receives 2 additional aircraft to boost Ibom Air. Innovation Support Network hosts 2024 annual gathering in Uyo. Plus, Nigerian Correctional Service refutes report alleging end bad governance reporters in its custody. A very good evening to you and many thanks for joining us on the news. I am Kelvin Samuel with details of the headline and other stories. And please note that this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Time Channel 103 and all our social media platforms on Facebook and the YouTube. Do well to like our pages for regular update. Now to the stories for tonight. Akwa Ibom State Governor has approved additional 1.2 billion naira for the payment of gratuities and is set to pay 50,000 naira each to 5,000 young undergraduates to be drawn from the Arise Youth Employment Portal. Governor Mo Eno made this known during the reception of the 2 CRJ-900 aircraft at Victor Attah International Airport. The report.
Month of November has kicked off in celebration mode across Akwa Ibom State as the reception of the additional 2 CRJ-900 aircraft sparked an electrifying atmosphere at the Victor Attah International Airport, where the people converged to celebrate another milestone in the quest for the diversification of the state's economy.
I want to particularly thank Governor Omono, who has keyed into this dream. He has not feared, he has not abandoned it. Today, Ibom Air is the biggest airline, the most reliable airline.
Commend Governor Omono for purposely investing more in expanding the scope and the base of Ibom Air.
I want to thank God for today. It's a very special day in Akwa Ibom State. That in the regime of Architect Obong Victor Attah, he ventured into aviation industry by making the airport to come into fruition, and the successive administration
is opening up the states. Is opening up, businesses are coming to the state, people are coming into Akwa Ibom to invest.
In his address, Governor Mo, the acquisition of the aircraft, which is fully funded by the state government, will bring huge return on investment, stressing that diversification of revenue streams is crucial for the state development. He assures of his administration's commitment to transparency, where every money spent will be well accounted for.
That we will continue to do whatever is necessary to provide the necessary assistance to our indigent people. We'll continue to support. Government will continue to run, will take security very, very seriously. All the things that other previous governments have done, we are following through.
The addition of the 2 aircraft is to open up new routes, connect new zones, and strategize for the busy Christmas season. From the Victor Attah International Airport,
Innovation Support Network ISN has united over 207 Nigerian innovation hubs and is currently supporting above 5,000 new businesses every year. ISN Board Chairman Charles Emebolu made this known at the 2024 ISN Annual Gathering held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. The report.
Gathered here are experts, partners, and representatives of different innovation hubs drawn from across the country and beyond who are in Akwa Ibom State for the 2024 Innovation Support Network Annual Gathering. They are here to take stock of the years past while repositioning the sector for the years ahead as they deliberate on the theme scaling together, building a collaborative culture for Nigerian innovation.
Over the past 5 years, we have established the ISN as a central pillar of Nigeria's innovation ecosystem. Thanks to the dedication of all our members, member hubs and support system, the perseverance of our entrepreneurs, and the unyielding support of our founding teams.
from supporting new startups, advancing job creation, and driving investment readiness to promoting sustainable growth, these accomplishments are a reflection of the hard work and dedication each of you has put into our shared mission.
Speaker after speaker, the people maintain that ISN in the past 5 years has been a great asset to the development of young minds across the country.
The key issue is, and what we're trying to do, is to give people the tools and the platforms to elevate the work they do and to be able to work anywhere in the world from here. Because once
as a government, we deliberately try to ensure that the ease of doing business, the ease of engagement is such that we try to benchmark international standard and best practices.
Networking is the lifeblood of many of our organizations. Connecting the dots are essential. How do we utilize our global network to connect the dots, to bring development and entrepreneurship to our spaces here locally in states like Akwa Ibom?
Today, we gather to champion a collaborative culture that fuels Nigerian innovation. The European Union is committed to supporting this vision, fostering sustainable growth and socio-economic transformation.
Talent development is key for us, from technology to creative industry to vocational skills. That is what we are known for.
With a contribution of 15% GDP to the nation's economy so far, the ISN hopes to do much more with the innovation support of its member hubs dedicated to driving policy changes, fostering innovation, enhancing employability, and promoting entrepreneurship with good network across the globe.
Moving forward, experts are advocating that it should be the responsibility of parents or teachers to help every child identify his or her innate and native abilities. They say if this becomes the bedrock and guiding principles for choice of career, the society would witness a workforce that is self-motivated and result-oriented. Wisdom Jacob reports that this advocacy was at the 106th inaugural lecture of the University of Uyo. The report.
The 106th inaugural lecture posits that early childhood assessment is a vital process that provides valuable insight into a child's development and readiness that enable the educators and parents to identify areas of strength. It also identifies areas that require additional support, detect potential learning disabilities or developmental delays, tailor instruction and intervention to meet each child's unique needs. The citation of inaugural lecturer Professor Emeudeme Joseph indicates that she is a professor of measurement and evaluation whose focus on the lecture is educational evaluation from cradle to grave, quintessential process for development.
The comprehensive evaluation of the child is what will assist in the smooth transition of the child from one stage of life to the other. More so, evaluation was part of the beginning at creation, and it will likely be a part of the end of all things.
More importantly, she has made a point that you should give their children their what? Opportunity to do their dreams. If it were possible to be born again, I need to come back again as a young person. I will see that born, I will still opted for agriculture. That's very important.
I stand by her advocacy that parents should not coerce, force their children out of their dreams. Whatever your child dreams about should be so encouraged.
The parents were not there when this child was greater. They were only there when this child was born. So the unique value of that child, just as the lecturer said, is really on that child. What that child have passion for is what will make that child to function.
Parents should not influence the choice of careers of their children. They should allow their children to make the choice on their own. Even when they are doing O-level, WAEC and NECO.
As the tradition is, the inaugural lecturer presented her lecture book to the Vice Chancellor, who in turn was presented a plaque as a memorial. Wisdom Jacob, NTA News.
We'll pause here for a short commercial break. On our return, news will continue with the Spelling Bee competition organized by the Rotary Club of Uyo.
The Vice-Chancellor, University of Uyo, Professor Yaudon Dayo, on behalf of the Council and Senate, invites the university community and the public to the 29th and 30th Combined Convocation Ceremony of the University of Uyo. Date, Tuesday, 5th November 2024. Alumni Homecoming, time 11 a.m. Wednesday, 6th November 2024. Convocation lecture by Professor Yakubu Aboki Ochefu, Secretary General, Committee of Vice-Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, on the topic, Ignoring the Cassandra, the Fate of University Education in Nigeria. Time 2 p.m. Convocation play, 4 p.m. Thursday, 7th November 2024. Inauguration of projects, 9 a.m. Conferment of first degrees, diplomas, and certificates, time 10 a.m. Friday, 8th November 2024. Conferment of master's degrees and postgraduate diplomas, time 10 a.m. Saturday, 9th November 2024. Investiture of emeritus and distinguished professors. Conferment of honorary doctorate degrees and degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, time 10 a.m. Venue, main campus of the University of Uyo. Signed, Professor Aniekan Ofyong, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Administration, Chairman, Convocation Planning Committee. Mrs. Blossom E. Okorie, Registrar and Secretary, the Senate.
Join the Valor Train to campus. National Orientation Agency NOA presents the 747 National Values Charter Campus Debates. All government tertiary institutions are invited to participate and compete for a grand prize of 20 million naira at the national grand finale. The competition starts in the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Capacity development training for 600 students. How to participate? Record a 3-minute video on the topic, the National Values Charter, striking the balance between government's promises and citizens' responsibilities in nation building. Send the video to the dedicated WhatsApp line on 08166362878. For more details, visit www.noa.gov.ng. Entry closes November 8, 2024.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying tuned. Now to the rest of the stories. The Rotary District 9142 has held its 2024 Spelling Bee competition with winners cutting away prizes of about 300,000 naira cash. The competition, which captured 14 secondary schools in the state, was held at the Community Comprehensive Secondary School, Akau Fort Uyo. Umar Basiadet has details.
A-R-O-I-T. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
It is a keen contest for students drawn from 14 secondary schools in Akwa Ibom State. At the end, Master Emmanuel Efyong, student of Comprehensive Commercial Secondary School Ikoro Kubo, emerges winner of the Rotary District 9142 Spelling Bee competition 2024. He cuts home the cash prize of 100,000 naira. Second prize winner is Mary Akanimo Iyang, a student of Community Comprehensive Secondary School Fort Town, with a cash prize of 70,000 naira. While Wangfon George Udo, a student of Uforukwa Secondary School, emerges third with a cash prize of 50,000 naira.
I showed myself, I built up courage by studying every night. So that was how I won. Great. I'm happy. Math is great.
Happy, and I also feel defeated, but I'm sure that next time I'm coming back and I will image the winner.
I feel excited, but although it's not what I planned, I have a nice experience here and I feel I can come back if possible.
This opportunity would not have been possible without the Rotary District 9142 International. The Spelling Bee competition, which is aimed at inculcating good reading habits among students, is part of the education and literacy project of the Rotary International.
So that when you come to the second round, that doesn't mean you were not right. What we have observed here is mostly patience. Some miss it at the church, slight opportunity. You go back home, they believe yourself, and Rochi will come for you next year.
Goodwill messages were given by various dignitaries, while awards and certificates were presented to the participants. In Uyo, Umo Basadate, NTA News.
Moving forward, the Nigerian Correctional Service refutes media report that the suspects arraigned before Justice Obiora Egwato of the Federal High Court, Abuja, for treason during the End Bad Governance protests of August 2024 were remanded in one of the adult custodial centers in Abuja. In a statement, Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Abubakar Umar, says the service operations are based on best correctional and global practices. Umar adds that the said suspects were rejected and none of them was remanded in adult custodial facilities as it's been alleged. The statement further indicates that the Nigerian Correctional Service would continue to emphasize professionalism and respect for human rights in line with the United Nations minimum standard rules for the treatment of juvenile offenders. We'll pause here once again for another commercial break. More news on our return. Please stay.
Rose Bay Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24-hour power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badge Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
The Vice-Chancellor, University of Uyo, Professor Yaudon Dayo, on behalf of the Council and Senate, invites the university community and the public to the 29th and 30th Combined Convocation Ceremony of the University of Uyo. Date, Tuesday, 5th November 2024. Alumni Homecoming, time 11 a.m. Wednesday, 6th November 2024. Convocation lecture by Professor Yakubu Aboki Ochefu, Secretary General, Committee of Vice-Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, on the topic, Ignoring the Cassandra, the Fate of University Education in Nigeria. Time 2 p.m. Convocation play, 4 p.m. Thursday, 7th November 2024. Inauguration of projects, 9 a.m. Conferment of first degrees, diplomas, and certificates, time 10 a.m. Friday, 8th November 2024. Conferment of master's degrees and postgraduate diplomas, time 10 a.m. Saturday, 9th November 2024. Investiture of emeritus and distinguished professors. Conferment of honorary doctorate degrees and degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, time 10 a.m. Venue, main campus of the University of Uyo. Signed, Professor Anyekan Ofyong, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Administration, Chairman, Convocation Planning Committee. Mrs. Blossom E. Okorie, Registrar and Secretary, the Senate.
Welcome back, and now to the rest of the stories. Nigerian power infrastructure is under threat from art vandals disrupting electricity supply and impacting negatively on the economy. Joshua Ojito takes a look at the spate of vandalism of power infrastructure in the country and measures to safeguard them. The report.
From north to south, Vandalism of transmission lines and towers continue to impact negatively on the national grid, with huge losses on the economy. The recent 10 days blackout in 17 northern states caused by vandalism of Shiroro Kaduna and Ugwaji Apir transmission lines, as well as destruction of towers along Port Harcourt-Yenagoa line, crippled socio-economic activities in parts of the country. These raise concerns on the safety of power infrastructure and investment in the sector, as calls for the deployment of technology and security to safeguard power assets in flashpoints get louder.
Transmission is seriously handicapped because they cannot stand by every tower all over the country to say we are monitoring them. But they can also go ahead to work with community people at a minimal cost in such a way that if they see anything, let them say something, so that you cannot adopt a preventive rather than a reactive approach.
Regular vegetation control of transmission lines for clearer visibility and decentralization of the national grid are measures industry players say the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) can adopt to mitigate impact of vandalism on the national grid.
We used to have what you call power lines communication. Power line communications runs through all the high tension lines that you see in this country, from tower to tower. What is happening to power lines communication? That was the most effective means of communication. And then those were fault locators.
Also, a national rebirth campaign to reorient Nigerians to take ownership of public infrastructure should be launched by relevant agencies to complement community engagement by the TCN. Regulation to sanitize scrap metal market, as well as stiffer punishment for vendors, stakeholders believe can end vandalism of power infrastructure. Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
Moving forward, the African Union and Nigerian government celebrate 1st of November every year as African National Youth Day to promote the role of youth as key agents of economic growth, social change, and sustainable development in Africa. Olayinka Ojo in this report takes a look at the significance of this year's theme, Educate an African Fit for the 21st Century on both the national and continental fronts. The report.
The African National Youth Day, established by the African Union in 2006, is aimed at promoting youth empowerment and issues. The day recognizes the contributions of young people to the continent's development as well as address the challenges they face.
Unemployment and empowerment, especially to our persons with disability.
And we need better digital literacy training.
It is also aimed at creating a brighter future for the next generation, where education, skills, employment, health, social justice, and participation in civic life inspire young people to take active roles in their communities. At the heart of discourse, building a resilient educational system that provides new hope for Nigerian youth is imperative.
The Minister is promoting 2 skills for every youth. We will help you to develop a lifelong skills in learning through digital technology.
The National Youth Welfare Scheme Fund Establishment Bill, sponsored by the Speaker himself, is making steady progress in the National Assembly.
For Nigeria, it is harnessing the power of youth for sustainable development using government empowerment programs and curriculum tailored towards development of skills.
We've made up our mind to collaborate with every sector, even the informal youth. We want them to have education, at least primary education, so that you will know how to do your business.
In all higher institutions, a student will have access to higher education through the student loan that has been introduced by the federal government.
Experts say, since today Africa has the youngest population, which is its greatest asset, priority must be placed on increasing investment in education across the African continent. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
To end the news tonight, another look at the major stories. Akwa Ibom State government has received 2 additional aircraft to boost Ibom Air. Innovation Support Network has held 2024 annual gathering in Uyo. You also heard in the news that Nigerian Correctional Service has refuted reports alleging bad governance protesters in their custody. Those are the much we can accommodate on the news tonight. I remain Kelvin Samuel, wishing you and yours all the best.